Okay, boys, we are starting with the second day of the Zerator Cup 2021. I am the official English caster, more or less, let's say like that. It's quarterfinal one time, and we have 9 teams that will fight out for 3 spots. So only 3 teams are making it, and 6 teams will be eliminated. There are 3 quarterfinals, so that means that we have a total of 9 teams afterwards in the semis. Let's go ahead and follow Mr. 305 Folds a bit behind though. Hedra, Aside, and Across are leading though, so that is nice to see. Massa on a comfortable 7th placement, also gets a good box, and Across makes that mistake. Massa up to the battle for that first position. Maimo, Aside, and also Mika are in the race. Let's follow Mika here. Great wiggles from the players. Mika accumulating a lot of speed here. Who gets that first 200 points here? Who is it gonna be? Very, very close round for the players. Massa with a good line, but release a little bit too much. Mika with the airtime. Maimo will go into the lead here. Will Maimo take it, or who will take that first position? Aside has a bit more speed, and Aside will take it. 7,000ths of a second. Mika on second. Massa on third. But man, what a round to start it all off with. So let's go ahead with Plastorex, who's on a great performance. Wingo Bear on first. Plastorex also with a good amount of speed. Also great alignment. He could hit the lantern there, so you want to release accordingly. But Plastorex survives it. Also good bug set here. And the no slide. I went for this sign as well. So Plastorex survives it here. Rin with a small mistake, so you will not have as much speed as the others from this uphill here. Plastorex on 4th place. Wingo on first. Releases very late though, so the others are overtaking him here. Who is gonna get that very messy ending? Plastorex with a great no slide gets himself a lot of speed, and Plastorex from 4th to 1st with this ending section. Great job here for him, and also for team safe. Plastorex with 200 points, so maybe he can do something at PD Poppin right now on P number 6. Pack with a good release time and gets a very good apex, so he is in the mix. But of course he still has to survive the ending. Panda unfortunately with ADC, so that is not good. Maimo with a mistake. He played so well on this map, but he will not get himself a good amount of points in this round. Who will get that first place? Pack looking really strong, but oversteered a little bit in this ending. So Yannick's, Mika, and look at that, 3 other players are overtaking Pack. So Pack down from P4 to P number 7, even though he got it really good. Wingo Bear wins it out of Yannick's, and then a Mika on that 3rd place. That jump there, as you can see, Hedra didn't make it, so the trick pad, as the Frenchies are saying, is not working out. Also Wingo Bear with a mistake. Maimo Jr. again with a great performance, goes so far up there, so he has a lot of speed. Will he overtake Aside here in the ending? It will be so close, but Maimo Jr. actually snipes it there. What a great ending from the MMS player. Also Mika on P number 4. So what a great performance from them in this round. But let's use the warm-up to take a look onto the teams here. As we have Team Ya on P number 1, Aside, Across, and Yannick's. Then MMS on 2nd place, Mika, Maimo, and Sam. So great to see that as well. Ayako, Rin, and Otak, the team that will also be through. But Team Safe has caught up a bit. Only, yeah, less than 300 points. Make it 250, give or take, between 3rd and 4th. So this could be all decided in the last map, but of course they have to perform. Let's go with Klauxe here. Spam is not having the best speed, but still stays on 1st place. Now the ending, really important for Spam to make it if he wants to get himself some points. Klauxe goes for the attack into the lead. Also Massa in the mix. So let's follow Massa here for the last part. Klauxe makes that mistake. Otak in the lead. Yannick's, Aside, and Otak for that first top 3 points. Spam with a great ending. Massa and Spam both missing it. And that is a tilter, boys. That is an absolute tilter. They had it, but they both jumped a bit too far to the right. That is not good for Team Poppin. And I hope that they can still hold their composure. Otak, Hugo, and Maimo in the top 3. Hugo with a good start. P number 10 for him. Loud 6, Dionysos, Maimo, Otak. And all the other players are just there to battle it out. Hugo with a great alignment though over this part. Jumps so low actually. And gathers himself. Look at this line from Hugo. That was great. But of course he didn't have the best approach over this part. Had to release a little bit more. But that was a great approach over this quarter pipe. Or into this half pipe if you want to tail like that. But he fails this ending. Who will get that first place? Plastorex will make it. Also Massa not able to finish. Oh no. Massa from almost P1 to P14. That was so unlucky for Massa there. Or Team Poppin always with a good performance. But the ending of course really is mattering. So Across will not survive it here. What about Yannick's? Yannick's in the mix with Otak for that first place. who will get it. Otak with more speed, but who will bounce off the water a little bit less. I think it will be Jan next by the looks of it. No, Otak wins 3 out of 3 rounds on this map. This guy is certainly on another planet. That is absolutely correct against those players. Great start for him. So of course now it's for that first position. Will be hard to do the maths. But also Sam with a great start. His teammate for MMS. Okay, Maimo takes it a bit more conservatively here in this last round. But slows down here tremendously. Goes for the safe route, which is, again, a very, very nice decision to not go for the water. But Maimo will not play a role here. As well as Sam for that first position, at least. So Sam only on P number 6. Panda aside Wingo Bear winning it. And let's take a look who will be on that first place. Team Ya, MMS, and Warthogs will be through. And then we have Duta Bear Save, Los Perros, Poppen, Le Taldarts, and Multigaming being eliminated. So only the top 3 went through. But yeah, what a performance from Otak here. 2,000, almost 2,700 points out of 20 rounds. So that is a great performance. More than 100 points in average in each round. So that is... wow, that is crazy. But let's go with Dolfold here, who's in the mix and in the battle for that first positions here. Great bug slide from Dolfold going up into that third position. Also Heath and Thomas Jean doing it very well. And yeah, that's it. That's the spirit. As I already said, it's a team performance. But of course, if one member of you just gets all those 200 points, 150 plus points per round, that is really, really important for your team. Thomas Jean slowing down a bit, gets that nose slide, and I think Thomas Jean has it here. Let's go ahead and follow him. Will he make it? Thomas Jean a bit behind Heath here, who gets that first place. Snow and Dofold on 3rd and 4th. Tialic on P5 together with Tricky. Actually, Avon with a good line here and accumulates a small lead. But of course, there's still the bug slide where everyone goes very, very inside. Still survives it, but didn't get the best time. Probably had to release a lot beforehand to not make some mistake there. So he had to do that. So Avon down to P6. Snow default Tricky ahead of him. But let's take a look onto Avon's ending. Looking very, very good for Avon. Will he snipe that first place? No, he will not. But who will actually get that? It will be Bad Lulu on 1st, Heath on 2nd, and then Dolfold on 3rd. Avon on 4th, make mistakes. So many players with mistakes here, and Marmelade is capitalizing from that, but still 2 seconds away from the first place, which is occupied by Dolfold, Tricky, Granadi, Snow, and Sapi. So they are batting it out. Sapi, not with the best speed compared to what's Glass and Scandir. So he will get overtaken. Close fight between them. And also Sapi touching the Ngolo Cactus there. So Sapi, also not with the best speed, who will get a Dofold, Snow and Glass, the triple victory for BS again. Lupuk, Scandir, Tricky behind that. And then Avon, also again with a good performance. Takoons on 8th. So Team Wicked coming closer though. So only 150 points between Ins, Marmelade, Avon, and also Heath, Limit Tester, aka Bad Lulu, and Alpha Dream. But we have Glass, Snow, Dofold dominating together with Team Mint, Tialic, Legu, and Tricky. So it's almost... I mean, we still have 10 more rounds. But if they continue like that, they will go through. Let's focus on this round here. Granadi leading the round. Great start for him. Heath, Legu, and then also Tialic and Snow lurking again. But look at that. Right now it's looking really good for... oh no. We have Matt, Revolution, and Granadi. Triple lead for them actually. Almost. It was Revolution slowing down a bit. And also Matt making that mistake. So that's how fast it can go. Let's see. Can Granadi survive that ending? Looking very good for him. But no, he makes that mistake. Granadi with a mistake. Revolution gets 4th place. But Granadi falls down tremendously to P number 18. That's a tilter. That is not good. Revel on 4th, though. Also Avon with a good performance. Can do it. Oh, great approach here from Bad Lulu. Look at this line from Bad Lulu. Also great amount of releasing. And he actually has found a great line over this part. Avon, will he make it? No. Avon didn't make it. But Ins has gotten himself 2nd place in this round with a 52.22. Snow on 1st, Lupuk on 3rd, and then Sapi, Glass, Vivek, and Skander in the top 8. Granadi only P15. But I think a lot of mistakes have happened in this round. We have one more map. Au Roget Noir, I think it's called. So it's safe to say that we have BS Plus and Mint advancing into the semifinal. But the question is, who will have that third spot? Will it be Wicked or Le Crux? Or will there be a sick comeback from Los Americanos or Oh No? I mean, with 500 points possible, it is theoretically possible for them. But I'm going to focus on that fight. So again, Team Wicked is in. So Marmelade and Avon. And then Le Crux, Heath, Bad Lulu, and Alpha Dream. Granadi, Tricky, Glast are there. But I see Avon on second place. Goes for the safe route. Granadi survives it though. Granadi in first. And Granadi will get himself a good amount of points in this round. Heath on second. Tialic, Glast, Lupuk, and Scande behind that. And also Revolution. So that is actually not too bad for Team Oh No in this round. The team around Inns will make it. Someone really bounced away there from the plastic. Great approach here. Again, Granadi is leading here. What a performance from the German player. That is a great race from the alternate text driver, who is getting first. So will Legu overtake him, or will Granadi get that better ending? Granadi gets the Zoom, and Granadi on first, Legu on second, Dofold on third. And maybe this performance comes a bit too late here, but also Matt with a good performance. Let's follow Heath, who actually fell down tremendously in the last couple of rounds and is not in the lead anymore. But right now gets a really good start. So this round really matters here. Heath gets it really nicely. But touches the water, and this is really good for them. We have Marmelade on that 8th position. They just have to survive here by the looks of it. Oh, will Marmelade make that part? No, but he will get himself a good line over this one. This will be so close between the teams. I cannot tell you if they're gonna make it or not. But Marmelade will get himself a good amount of points here. Where are the other teams? Marmelade with P16. Okay, only. Who will get it though? Where are his teammates? Inns didn't finish. So those are the standings. BS Plus, Glass Snow, Dofold with a top seed. Tialic, Legu, and Tricky on second place. And then we have Bad Lulu's team on third, overtaking Team Wicked. So Heath, Alpha Dream, and Bad Lulu. Alpha Dream was falling a bit behind. So welcome everyone in the last quarterfinal of the day. Quarterfinal number 3. Where you have again 9 teams who will fight out for 3 spots in the semifinals that will be played next week. So Carl Jr. not with the best start, but of course they said that they're only playing for fun. But of course, maybe they want to win. Gwen with a different approach there. Okay. Oh my god, bro. What are you doing, Gwen? What was that approach? Focus on Kenny, who gets it really well here. Look at that. Kenny's stream on a 5th place. Gets overtaken by Workout, but I said to you guys, Kenny is a great player. And he shows us why, but now not the best approach for the bug slide, but he still stabilizes his car. What a bug slide from Kenny! Look at that! Kenny with a wicked bug slide into 6th place he go. Wolset, Aurel, Carl Jr., Papu, and Worker are ahead of him, but that was very good. Look at that, what a gamer moment from Kenny here. He shows us why he's in the team together with Carl Jr. and Bren. Look at that. Kenny in that top 6 spot here. Actually top 5 just behind Carl Jr. Ahead of Darker, ahead of Shadenis, and ahead of Bren. What a performance from Kenny in this round. Well played. And Energize with a small mistake there, touching the inside. But of course didn't get himself that slide that you want to avoid. So you don't want to slide in this part. So Energize still off to a good position. Bren and Gwen are on P1 and 2. Carl Jr. behind that. Gwen surviving it. Energize with a little bit of a weird steering movement over this part. Also didn't get the best approach. And Gwen with a 50.6. Oh my, what a time, man. A 50.6. That is very fast. But let's go ahead with Wosile, the teammate of Gwen. Not in this format, but he's also playing for Team Gameboard, the Trackmania Formula League Season 1 champion, who's a very versatile player as well. is able to play a lot of like Zerator-ish style map, but also is not too bad on tech. So Volsa right now on P8 for Team Wooby, of course, who are right now on 3rd position. So Volsa with an interesting approach there, but look at the speed from Volsa, eating Bren and Papu alive, and almost overtakes Workout there, who's also playing for his team. But what a line from Volsa in the ending, and Aurel also with a great time of 50.924, playing for Team B Genius. Yeah, Call, Ener, and Clem, and then Energize playing with Wahi, with Link, and Vulnera. Call with a great line over the dirt, but right now only on 9th position. Brennan Call Jr. leading it here. Great race for them. Wosa, let's actually follow him here. Can he do something in the ending? Gets himself a lot of speed again. Can he overtake Call Jr. in the ending, or even Bren? That was so close. 0.08 of a second between Bren, Call Jr. and Wosa. 3rd map, so halftime. We have played 10 rounds. And we have O Zera Lentir, which is the next map. But there's a huge gap. There are 2,000 points between 1st and 4th place. Bro, that is a lot of points. It was very close, but now he gets it really well. But gets a penalty on this part. So some players are able to overtake him here. Gwen, Call Jr. Aurel, we see a mistake there. So let's follow Bings in this ending and see if he can make it. Call Jr. looking good. Also, Bings can maybe snipe that 1st place. 100th of a second between Call Jr. and Bings. But Team Wooby again redeeming themselves. Bings on 1st, Wolfstar on 4th, and Worker on 5th. But man, what a close round between the players. That was very close between them. But now Wooby is on a roll, and they will extend their lead towards Team KCB. Also very wide approach, so he has a lot of speed to work with in the ending, but of course that makes this part harder and harder. But Sika survives it, gets himself some airtime, so he has to readjust his line. Will he survive it though? Looking very good for Sika, and he will make it, and also overtakes Papu and Wosat here. What an ending from Sika. Aurel in the lead with a 51.8, but what an ending from Sika there. That was Gwen and Sika are leading, so Sika again with a great start. But I mean, they're already so far behind, 2,100 points, more or almost 2,000 points between 3rd and P number 8. So despite Sika gets a good start here, it might be too late for his team to perform. But again, he's on 2nd place. Gwen is so far ahead. Let's follow the game word player. Will he clock in a very fast time here? It's looking really good. He's 0.5 ahead. Great ending from Gwen, and Gwen will drive a 51.5. Oh my god, what a time was that? Oh man, 51.5 from Gwen. Aurel on 2nd, Carl Jr. on 3rd, Leica on 4th, and Bren on P5. Man, what a time from Gwen yet again. And Nida, okay, goes for a safe approach, but he will not play a role for the top positions here. Again, Gwen, Bren, and Carl Jr. in the top 3, as well as Aurel. Man, those players are just outstandingly fast on this one. And Gwen with a 49.40. What is that time, man? A 49.40 from Gwen. Okay. Looking good for Darker in this round, but of course, the top placements are already decided. It only matters who's getting 1st, 2nd, and 3rd individually, as Bren touches the water, so we will not play a role. Energize and Aurel, as well as Gwen, are in the top 3 again, but Energize with a good performance though. But Gwen will have the better line though, but gets slowed down by the water. And that's GG. Also a 49.5 from Aurel to conclude this one. And Aurel will win the server ahead of Bren. Then there's Carl Jr. on 4th position, who gets overtaken by Gwen. So that's how it is. Papa League, KCB, and Wooby are through. GG. There you have the teams. Gwen, Aurel, Papu, Bren, Kenny, Carl Jr., Wosal, Worka, Binks, and then Link, Vulnera, and Energize. Coming a bit closer though, but still not enough.